What's going on, everyone? It's PostHooking. Today we're going to be talking about tips video for post scorers. This has been highly requested and was one of my most viewed videos last year because everyone wanted to see how I was doing what I was doing. I'm going to be talking about the badges, and because I released a badges animation, people were still asking questions like, why would you use these badges? So I'll talk about that today, and I'll be giving you 6 to 7 tips that will help you be a better post scorer on defense and offense, especially defense. Because defense is important when guarding other post scorers, because they'll beat you if you don't know what you're doing. And that's what separates good post scorers from bad post scorers. Most of them can score, don't get me wrong, most post scorers can score fine, but it's the defense on other post scorers that lacks. So let's get into it. So the first tip I have for you is make sure you know your post hook. It's probably the most important tip in terms of scoring wise for me personally, or it's like knowing a jump shot, the post hook. It's effective, it works. If you know it, you'll be unstoppable. You could use bar on, bar off, whatever you want. They still work just the same basically. I use bar on because I've got bad internet, but that's just me. Anyone could use anything, but just remember, know your post hook. And another thing is, even if you're good at timing your post hook, you need to be unpredictable. Post scorers, everyone complains that post scorers are broken, post scorers are broken, post scorers are this, post scorers are that. Anyone can stop them. I promise you, with a little bit of practice, anyone can stop you. You have to be unpredictable or you'll just get red, and it's an easy stop. The second tip I have is the push cheese meta. I do not like this at all. This is terrible, but some people do it, and if you want to do it to get your badges, do it. I'm not going to be explaining how to do it, but if you know, you know. If you know, you know. This thing is broken. I don't like people doing it. It shouldn't be in the game. It doesn't take any skill. You just back your opponent down and that's it. But if you want to know how to do it, learn. It's okay. Tip number 2, guys. Now this is the post spin steal cheese. When someone is doing a backspin on you, you spam square, you'll get the steal every single time. That's what I'm doing here. This is just the same clip, but it's just me getting the steal. You don't get a foul, and it pushes the ball out of bounds every time. It's broken. If you verse a post scorer that knows how to do this, they are experienced, they know what they're doing. Guards do this too. So the main thing that really sets a post scorer from another post scorer. Really, just this steal. It's broken. Probably the most highly requested tip on this channel is the post hop fake. What you want to do is tap square, and with your left stick, push it to the direction you want to post hop in. So it's just a normal post hop with your left stick directed where you want it to go. And tap square. Never really put it up unless you have a good difficult shots. Difficult shots pops up on this because it's a post hop. So you can only make them with difficult shots, but it's one of the most effective moves in the game. I promise you. This thing is broken because it's so fast, and with the post hook, people don't know what you're doing. It makes it so much harder for the defender to read you instead of just post hooking over and over and over again. This is probably one of the things I do more than post hooking, to be honest. It's effective, it's great, and it's easy scores. The next tip we have is the drop step. The drop step it's good. It's a good move, but if someone can read what you're doing, it's an automatic steal every time. Doesn't matter if you have unstrippable, anything. It's broken. It's terrible. That drop steps are so bad this year. I don't like it. They've been like this since 2021. Look at this. Spam. Stop every time. It might have happened in 20, I'm not too sure, but it's just like it just doesn't add skill to it that you can just spam square on a move that seems pretty good. Watch. Ready? I spam square here. It's steal every time. It happens to me too when I try to drop step. You have to be unpredictable with your drop step. You can't just force it up like usual. Like with post hooks and stuff, you have to be unpredictable with the drop step. Now, my final tip on the twos, this is on the twos now, would be get your lock or whoever you're playing with that get them to dribble in. Steals are pretty broken in both games, next gen and current, so I do this on both. As you watch here, V-dunks, he pass fakes right there. That's a perfect spot. No 3 in the key. And then I can go straight to work. Bang. I really like this. It's been effective since 2K20 and it helped me win a lot of wagers. Because if you try and just dribble with your center, you're most likely going to get ripped, like clamp stopped, and you'll have no time on the shot clock. You can't move, you can't go to work as a post scorer, and you need that time. Or then you even get even more predictable when people just know you're going to do something and chuck up a bad shot. And I find this really, really intense with Z and Ticino. This needs to be done against them especially. So now we're going to be talking about the badges. I did not talk about how I like these badges. I just said these are the badges I run. So I'm going to give you a brief description on why I use all of these. Back down to back down bigger opponents. People say it does nothing, but trust me, I feel like it does. Unstrippable. Unstrippable helps you not getting stripped. Someone recommended it in the comments as a must-have, and I decided to just keep it on because I feel like it is a must-have on a post scorer. I just don't like to get ripped. I feel like it's more of a must-have in next gen though. So if you have next gen, make sure you use that badge. Post spin technician, great badge. Don't even have to go over it. Hook specialist, another great badge. Must-haves. There's no question. And pro touch, must-have. Mouse in the house. If you're versing a 7'3", you don't need this badge. If you're versing anyone below 7'3", this badge is one of the best badges in the game. It lets you hook over anyone. So it's basically Giant Slayer back in 2K20 and 2K21, but with the 1 inch, it only affects 1 inch below you instead of the 6 inches back with Giant Slayer. Fast twitch, need it because I like my layups to be fast after the hop step, which I've shown you before. And rise up, because when you do that hop step, you can also get a dunk. So it makes it so much easier for you in general just to get the dunk or the fast layup. These are my badges. I don't think I'd change anything other than drop stepper. Dream Shake doesn't work, and Grace Under Pressure, I feel like does nothing. Now onto the shooting badges. The shooting badges that I run are Hot Zone Hunter, Lucky 7, and Volume Shooter. Now I only have 7. People do have 9, so you could just chuck on extra Volume Shooter for the post hooks. These are all post hooking badges. These aren't fading or anything. These are the badges that pop up on post hooks. Could also run Clutch Shooter and Corner Special if you have any more. But these are what I run. So I use Hot Zone Hunter, must have badge on the shooting. Must have. One of the most important badges in the game, I swear. Lucky 7 is another amazing badge. It gives you a plus 15 boost for the first 7 seconds in the shot clock if you get a shot off. Amazing for post scorers because you're looking to get that shot off straight away. Because you might have a post hook straight away. So, Volume Shooter, another great badge because you're going to be taking most of the shots. You're never really going to be not taking as many shots as you want. With Volume Shooter, that would usually pop up every game. So it's basically Clutch Shooter, just with more volume. You know what I mean? So that's the shooting badges for me. Now the playmaking badges. These are a little bit tricky. Triple Threat Juke does nothing. Terrible badge. One of the worst badges in the games. Glue Hands, good badge. Really good badge. Puts the ball on the court faster and you can catch passes really well, which I think is really useful to not getting ripped. Unpluckable, must have. Don't even need to talk about it. Quick first step, another must have. Post Playmaker, another great badge that they've added in this year. It's basically Dimer on a post scorer. You just make sure you're holding L2 and they get a boost to their shot. Bullet Passer, Needle Threader, great badges for the 2s, obviously not needed for the 1s. These are my playmaking badges for the 1s right now. If I was to change it up, it would take off Triple Threat Juke, put on Bullet Passer Silver, and Needle Threader Bronze. They are my playmaking badges for this game, this year, and that'll probably stay the same. No changes. Now the defensive badges you should run in this game. Now clamps, I feel like it's a must-have because you're so slow. You really need clamps to get that little bump animation to get onto post scorers. Guards, everything. Guards are really hard to guard this year, especially on a post scorer. They just fade. That's legit mostly I lose to. Chase Down Artist is another great badge because people will get blow-bys on you. But if you can recover and get that block with Rim Protector on and Rebound Chaser, you can get the ball. Chase Down is pretty good this year. Menace, amazing badge. You get takeover boost when you're guarding post score as well. That's key. I love that addition to the game, because if you're guarding post scorers well, you can get takeover in 2 plays if you're guarding them really well. And I feel like it's only needed on bronze. You get such a big boost. This on Hall of Fame or Gold would be one of the best badges in the game versus post scorers. I hope everyone enjoyed the video today. This was highly requested, and I hope I helped you out with the breakdown heaps more than what I did in 2K21. I need to make sure everyone knew what they were doing this year. This is mostly on the 1s though. I gave you one tip on the 2s. The 2s is it's basically the same. It really is basically the same. But this is more for 1s. I've really become a 1s sweat. Like, I was more 2s last year, I'm more 1s this year. It's crazy. This game's really fun. I'm really enjoying it. And I'll be going for Top Rep Season 2. I appreciate everyone for watching. Peace.